Hey 4th grade, Miss Rowe here. I'm excited to get started with another video launch for this week's text. So you may remember we learned about the rock cycle when we were still in school at Tubman. We're going to continue that learning this week. Stay tuned for a fun video to get our minds moving. Before we get started, just like we did last week, let's take a look at our text focusing question. This week we're going to consider why are there different types of rocks and how are they formed? Now for our first watch, we'll watch the video all the way through without interruption. As we watch, I want you to consider first, what connections can you make? Some of the material in this video may be familiar. Where can we connect to what we've already learned? Second, I want you to consider what questions do you still have that can be answered by the text or by further discussion.
I got you. Look. Oh, you like rocks like Dwayne Johnson? Okay. There's 3 different types. Let me show you each option. The first type is igneous. They were first on the planet and the newest rocks being created right now. Understand it? Come on. They form when magma and lava cool. Yeah. So I wouldn't touch before they do if I was you. Nah. Think you might forget, here's a quick reminder. Listen. In Latin, igneous means fire. Next up is sedimentary rocks. We can't stop. Their formation starts with the weathering of another rock. Weathering means the wearing down. Erosion is when weather rocks are moved by wind and water all around. Then they are deposited like money in the bank, meaning they stop moving like a broken tank. Yeah. In time, the sediments form layers and stick together as rocks like 2 of my favorite players. Come on. Different rocks are formed from different sediments depending on where they get deposited. Is it evident? A metamorphic rock forms from an existing rock that gets buried very deep under pressure and where it's very hot. The pressure and the heat are very high, but the rock doesn't melt, it morphs, I wouldn't lie. Morph means change if you didn't know. Come on, now morph into a rock star, so let's go. You wanna be a rock star and get hype? There's 3 different rocks, better know every type. I'm talking about igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. Study till you get it, don't forfeit it, you can be a rock star. There's 3 different rocks, better know every type. I'm talking about igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. Study till you get it, don't forfeit it, you can be a rock star.
Now for our second watch, we will pause for discussion at key points in the video to deepen our understanding. Also, by the end of the second watch, we want to return and check our understanding by seeing if we can answer the text focusing question. Why are there different types of rocks and how are they formed? So keep that idea of how the rocks are formed in the back of your mind during this second watch.
Look. Oh, you like rocks like Dwayne Johnson? Okay. There's 3 different types. Let me show you each option. The first type is igneous. They were first on the planet and the newest rocks being created right now. Understand it? Come on. They form when magma and lava cool. Yeah. So I wouldn't touch before they do if I was you. Nah. Think you might forget, here's a quick reminder. Listen. In Latin, igneous means fire.
Here we are at our first discussion questions. How are igneous rocks formed? So, thinking back to the video and my prior knowledge, I know that igneous rocks are formed when magma or lava, which are very, very hot liquid rock, cool to form igneous rocks.
Next up is sedimentary rocks. We can't stop. Their formation starts with the weathering of another rock. Weathering means the wearing down. Erosion is when weather rocks are moved by wind and water all around. Then they are deposited like money in the bank, meaning they stop moving like a broken tank. Yeah. In time, the sediments form layers and stick together as rocks like 2 of my favorite players. Come on.
Great, and we're going to stop right there and think about how sedimentary rocks are formed. We know that sedimentary rocks are formed first by erosion, when the weathering of rocks creates small sediments or pieces of rock, and then those rocks come together and with pressure form layers, just like our friend's favorite players here coming together.
Different rocks are formed from different sediments depending on where they get deposited. Is it evident? A metamorphic rock forms from an existing rock that gets buried very deep under pressure and where it's very hot. The pressure and the heat are very high, but the rock doesn't melt, it morphs, I wouldn't lie.
What conditions lead to the formation of metamorphic rocks? We know that heat and pressure are the conditions that we need in order to form metamorphic rocks.
Morph means change if you didn't know. Come on, now morph into a rock star. So let's go. Be a rock star and get hype. There's 3 different rocks, better know every type. I'm talking about igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. Study till you get it, don't forfeit, and you can be a rock star. There's 3 different rocks, better know every type. I'm talking about igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. Study till you get it, don't forfeit, and you can be a rock star.
Now that we have watched our video and maybe gotten the chance to sing or dance along too, let's return to our text focusing question. Why are there different types of rocks and how are they formed? How does this video help us to answer this question? It gave us lots of information on the formation of the 3 different rock types, igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. And it taught us that there are 3 main processes that allow rocks to change from one type to another. These are melting and cooling, weathering and erosion, and heat and pressure. So remember, this video will stay here as a resource for you as you move forward this week, reading our text closely and writing in response to text. Great job today, 4th grade, and I will see you soon.